We start off with a slideshow tribute put together very nicely by our friends from the St.Johns Research Institute, led by Dr. Tony Raj, the Dean. Can I ask for the slideshow tribute to please start? Please watch, ladies and gentlemen.
At the end of
I's. I for integrity, C for compassion, and E for excellence. I feel the foremost responsibility of the director is to be the custodian or the conscience of St. John's, which entails ensuring at all times adherence to the core values that define the character and ethos of St. John's. They are integrity, compassion, and excellence.
As you prepare to hand over the reins of St. John's to your successor, Father, what is your hope and vision for St. John's in the future?
Change is the law of life. St. John's must continue to change, embracing new ideas and new developments, but always firmly anchored in the vision and mission of St. John's, to be a blessing, especially for the underprivileged.
Father, what would be your farewell message to the staff, students, and alumni of this institution?
St. John's campus is a microcosm of India, with patients, students, faculty, and staff from all over the country. Let our campus continue to be a model of the India of our dreams, where differences of culture, language, region, and religion are accepted, respected, and celebrated. May St. John's continue to be a bastion of unity in diversity.
Marathikandathil, Bishop of Kodamangalam, Rev.Dr. Paul Parathazham, the man of the hour, Director of St. John's National Academy of Health Sciences, Rev.Fr.Jesudass, Rajamanickam, Director Designate of St. John's National Academy of Health Sciences, Rev. Tony A.J., Associate Director of Finance, Rev. Dr. John Varghese, Associate Director of Hospital, Rev. Dr. Charles Davis, Associate Director, Medical College and Research Institute, Dr. George D'Souza, the Dean of St. John's Medical College, Dr. Tony Raj, Dean of SJRI, Sister Ria Emmanuel, Chief of Nursing Services, and Sister Sajita Mutedam, Principal of the St. John's College of Nursing. Welcome all of them into the auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, can I request you to please remain standing as we have a brief invocation to this part of the afternoon's function. Thank you very much. Galaxy of dignitaries who have assembled this afternoon to bid adieu to Father Paul and welcome to Reverend Father Jesudass. I would request the members of the Executive Committee to escort our dignitaries onto stage as I call upon them. Most Reverend Andrew Starath, President of the CBCI, Your Grace. Most Reverend George Anthony Sami, Chairman of the Governing Board. Most Reverend Peter Machado, Archbishop of Bangalore. Most Reverend George Marathikandathil, Bishop of Kodamangalam. Reverend Dr. Paul, of course, Parathazham, Director of St. John's. Reverend Father Jesudass, Rajamanickam, Director Designate. Now, when are we going to stop saying Director and Director Designate and change that? Let's see. Reverend Father Tony, Reverend Dr. John Varghese, Reverend Dr. Charles Davis, Dr. George D'Souza, Dr. Tony Raj, Sister Ria Emmanuel, and Sister Sajita Mutedam. On the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I will now call upon Reverend Father Tony A.J., Associate Director Finance, St. Johns National Academy of Health Sciences, to propose a formal word of welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed guests. We are at a historical moment, witnessing history in making. Today, we bid adieu to Rev.Dr.Paul Parathazham, our beloved director, who after a successful innings of a decade is joyfully handing over the mainstream of the St. Johns National Academy of Health Sciences to an able administrator whom he himself groomed in various stages of his life. That's none other than Rev.Fr.Jesudass Rajamanickam. And I'm here to welcome the dignitaries and all of you to this great administrative transition event of St. Johns. We all in St. Johns are indeed glad that we have the presence of His Grace, Most Reverend Andrew Starrett, who is here in his capacity as the President of the CBCI Society to officiate this transition event. Most Reverend Andrew Starrett assumed the charge as CBCI President almost an year ago. He is also the President of the CBCI Society for Medical Education. And thus, we have the topmost personality of this enterprise amidst us to witness and officiate the great historical event. On behalf of the entire Academy, I accord His Grace, Most Reverend Andrew Starrett, a cordial welcome to this event. May I call upon our Dean, Dr. George D'Souza, to welcome our CBCI President with a sapling. The leadership of St. John's can be categorized into visible leadership, which is called the executives, and a guiding leadership, which is called the governing body of the CBCI Society for Medical Education. And today, we have with us the chairman of the governing body of the CBCI Society for Medical Education, that is His Grace, Most Reverend George Anthony Swami. He is also the Archbishop of Madras, Mylapore. His Grace, Most Reverend George Anthony Swami had been guiding the St. John's Academy in his capacity as the chairman for the past 8 years. Today, he is here to witness and officiate the transition of leadership in the Academy. On behalf of the entire Academy, I accord His Grace, Most Reverend George Anthony Swami, a cordial welcome to this event. May I call upon our Dean, Dr. George D'Souza, to welcome our chairman with a sapling. Indeed, we are all glad by the presence of His Grace, Most Reverend Peter Machado, the Archbishop of Bangalore and the Vice President of the CBCI Society for Medical Education. We have a passionate and ardent leader in the person of Most Reverend Peter Machado, who always collaborate with this institution in all possible arena, and that is the best thing that we can receive from a local bishop. And indeed, we are glad about his presence. I accord a cordial welcome to our beloved Archbishop, Most Reverend Peter Machado. May I call upon our Dean to welcome Archbishop with a sapling. We have yet another eminent personality amidst us, Most Reverend George Madathikandathil, Eparchial Bishop of Kodamangalam. And for us, he is the beloved Bishop of our Director, Reverend Father Paul Parathazham. Today he is sitting here as a proud leader who spared a best priest of his diocese to this Academy, and he is proudly witnessing the achievements of his beloved priest. Indeed, he is a happy person today. Father Paul's contribution to this Academy is also the contribution of the Kodamangalam Diocese to this Academy. Dear Bishop, we are so happy that you are present here amidst us, and the Academy accords you a cordial welcome to this gathering. We also echoed a cordial welcome to other dignitaries on the stage. We have our outgoing director, Rev. Father Paul Parathazham, and our incoming director, Rev.Fr.Jesudass Rajamanickam, on the stage. And I cordially welcome the persons of the day. Hearty welcome to you, dear fathers. And I call upon our dean to present them a sapling. I also echoed a cordial welcome to my co-associates, Rev. Dr. Charles James Davis and Rev. Dr. John Tekekada, to this esteemed gathering. Let's give them a round of applause. I also extend a hearty welcome to our beloved Dean, Dr. George D'Souza, the Dean of SJRI, Dr. Tony Raj, our CMS, Dr. Arvind Kasturi, our CNS, Sister Ria, and the Principal of the College of Nursing, Sister Sajita Muthedan. Hearty welcome to you, dear executives. I avail this opportunity to welcome all the invited guests to this gathering. We have Mr. Antus, who is also our General Body member, and Mr. Cherian, who is the former General Body member. Indeed, all of you are close to our heart, and that's the reason we are all here today. Hearty welcome to all of you. Let's give them a round of applause. I echoed a cordial welcome to Dr. Maya Mascarenhas, member of the General Body of the CBCI Society for Medical Education, Dr. Robert Anthony Charles, the President of the Alumni Association, and Lieutenant Colonel Reena Menon, our former principal, to this gathering. I echoed a cordial welcome to Mr. Ranganayak, whom our director, Father Paul, addresses him as a proud alumnus. I welcome you to this gathering, sir. I also extend a cordial welcome to Monsignor Francis Kirambara, the Vicar General of Kodamangalam, who have come all the way with the Bishop to be with us here today. Hearty welcome to you, dear Monsignor. Father Paul has scores of students in his lifetime. Representing them, we have Father Robinson amidst us. Hearty welcome to you, dear Father. I also extend a cordial welcome to all the family members of Reverend Father Paul Parathazham and Father Jesudass Rajamanickam, who are present here today. Hearty welcome to you. Last but not the least, I extend a cordial welcome to the St.Johns family gathered here, our staff and students. Hearty welcome to all of you to this formal gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Father Tony.